is let's see, what is it? It's 1:30 p.m. on the West Coast time. I have no idea what time it is. Probably 4:30 on the East Coast, and we're gonna say 10:30 a.m. on those Hawaii times. I'm just sitting around, playing around, trying to figure out some things and stuff. I want to see if I can figure out how to do something that I forgot to get my notes for. So we're just going to be doing this, that, and t'other. Oh, here we go. Perfect. So I was told a secret trick about how to do things and stuff. And the only way I can see if that secret trick is actually working is if I do things and stuff while I'm actually on the, on the thingamabob. So here I am doing my thing. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a Lono video because that's what I'm going to do. And while I do that, I'm going to fiddle around with the chat because I want to see if I can figure out how to put the chat on the screen. And I don't know if I can. And so, yeah, there we go. So right now we are going to play a Lono video that is a favorite amongst just about everybody who hears it. You can find it on Maui Stylin at lonomusic.com. That's right. I'm going to do it. I'm playing it because that's what she does.
I'm just so amazed at how she makes me feel every day. Little bit of this, little bit of that. She's like a cat scratching up my back. She's got her claws in me now. Accidentally, incidentally, I don't know just how it happened. She's got a groove I respect so well. Don't ask me how it started. I was sitting there so broken hearted, looking for a trace of that smile she left on my face. That's what she does. 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 She can take a frown, turn it upside down and inside out. She can take a hurricane, make the day all nice again. Lives in reality. Been there, done that, 1, 2, 3. She can please a man and a few women too. Free and single, likes to mingle with the best of the best. What's your position, mommy? Just a little lower now. That's what she does. 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 Wow. Recognize me now, yeah, that's me over there. Trying to get a glimpse of that girl, that. What am I supposed to do? Cause she's moving and a grooving, cooking up a recipe. Even Sam Choi would like puree, gravy. She serves it up so well, yeah, my appetite is overwhelming. Give me some desserts, baby, make it hurt, and I'll be back for more of that kick and glide. Give me 2 more tens, we're gonna pick it up again. Number 3, you call it, just keep it smooth. That's what she does. 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 When the dance is over and she comes to me so freely with her arms open wide, she's taking me inside. Watch out, thinking that I had it easy. Then she says, oh please excuse me, who is that guy right behind of you? I was in shock, thinking hey what's up? I was tossing and it
Hey, how's it? Aloha, Yamamoto-san. I am just here on a little test stream wearing my pageant queen shirt here for the Hamajang gang. And as you could probably tell, I was trying to, or if you were reading in the instructions, no, those aren't the words, in the chat stream, I tried to make it so the chat could show up on the video in the thing, but it didn't. Someone told me that if I did the chat box command, it would like somehow put chat on the screen. I didn't understand how that would work. And as it turns out, apparently it didn't work, or I don't understand it enough to not make it work. I'm not really sure. So this is definitely not like a real chatter with statter show. This is quite literally a test stream to figure out things and stuff and what I know how to do and what I don't know how to do. Now that Lono video that I just played, that was something that I'm bragging about. I figured out how to download that off the internet, off of YouTube, and so now that actually resides on my computer so I can like play it even when I'm not online. But and I did that in hopes of figuring out how to get some movies off the internet for Statterbox at the cinema. That being said, all of the places that I have since, other than those two Lono videos that I have successfully downloaded off the YouTube, every other flippin' thing I've tried to download off of the internet has not worked. So I might be an expert at some things, but I'm really not at all. Yeah. So yeah, Darlene, this is a black hat session, or I guess a yellow shirt session. I'm trying to figure out how to get the chat onto the screen for people to see, because everybody in the world can do it except for me. And I figured I'd try to learn to do stuff. And so far I have not been able to do it. So chalk that up to one more thing I need to learn. This weekend I have learned a bunch of different things though. So, and more importantly, I've learned what I can't do. So that's helpful, I guess. Yeah, so basically good. I'm so thankful that you guys are Yamamoto, no problem, practice makes perfect. Yeah, and hopefully I'll practice will at least get to be adequate, maybe. I mean, I'm not even hoping for perfect, right? So let's see here. Um um Wait, hold on. Yeah, it is. Wait, hold on. Terry, what? One of your mods said she was grossed out by finding a grain of rice on her leg. Surprising what constitutes grossness. I once had a piece of food stuck to my face for 3 days. It was a chicken wing. That's funny. You know, though, I mean, a grain of rice really isn't that big of a deal, but at first, if you don't know what it is and you like, if your brain goes to like, oh my God, is that a maggot? I can kind of see why it would be a gross out for just like a half of a second, right? Um, oh, Darlene, you just got off the phone with Rick. Hi, Rick. I mean, I guess you can't tell Rick hi, but hi, Rick. Yeah, there we go. So let's see here. I am going to, okay, so while I've got a couple people here, I'm going to talk about this later on at Chatter with Statter for real. But while we've got a couple people here, so this is a Prel emote that I was thinking of doing. Now we have, no, it was Shock who did this because I don't do anything like this. We're trying to like not use the Prel name because technically that's against the emote rules. So we changed it to Pret, even though it's clearly Prel. So that's one of the emote options that we were considering. But then another emote option, and this one is a little bit obscure, but I kind of almost like it better. We were thinking of just doing the Prel dot. And so I was thinking maybe if we just got rid of the white background and just had the green weird, looks like the poo emote, only it's actually green. I thought that that might be fun too. So I'm not sure if you guys like this one, because this one is all friendly, and when I threaten the Prel, I'm not so sure I'm so friendly, right? And so maybe the threatening with an actual Prel dot is maybe a better a better option. And so it looks like Yamamoto might be voting for the poo, which is a very strange thing to say, but I can appreciate it. And I think I might vote for the poo too. Yeah. So when we go on YouTube later this afternoon, we're going to have a lengthy discussion about flowers or poo. Flowers or poo. I guess those will be the two choices, right? Flower or poo. Yeah. So I am curious though if you guys have any preferences. I was also thinking on this Pret one that we might, instead of making it Pret, we could call it Prel still and just erase one of the L's, because then it will just be Prel. And then maybe that would like not violate the terms of the conditions. Because I've seen some emotes on on Twitch that are like literally the Burger King logo, but it says Banger King instead. So I'm thinking that Twitch, even though they have rules about what the emotes can be, they do seem to be a little bit flexible. And I also went down a rabbit hole and made sure this particular Prel logo is no longer covered by trademark law. It expired like in 2007 or something like that. I actually did the research to make sure that I wouldn't be violating too many laws. I mean, we know that I push the limits when it comes to my stream a lot. Yeah, okay, so Darlene, you think so too, just with the one L? Yeah, Shock came up with the Pret idea, and I really like that. But after sleeping on it for a couple days, and not only do I really like that, I really like how here, hold on. So that's the one that I'm talking about right now. Yeah. So not only did I really like how she her brilliant idea of just like simply making a stroke to make it Pret. I like how she matched the stroke with the with the color match, the highlighting, the style. I mean, it really is. I mean, if you look at it, it's like, okay, yeah, that's an alternate. But if you just glance at it, it looks like it would be part of the logo, like for real. She did a great design, I think. But despite the great design, which I kind of do want to show off, I do think that maybe just a simple erasure of the singular L at the end and then just having the one L. That way, it's consistent. When I threaten the Prel, we'll have the Prel, right? But when I'm threatening the Prel, maybe I want to just have people throw down a bunch of green dots, right? I mean, yeah, it is the epitome of an inside joke. I get it. But we're full of inside jokes at this point and might as well embrace it. And obviously, we can explain to the folks who are new just what it means to get prelled. So yeah, so obviously we are not making decisions about this versus this today, but I definitely want input. And not only input, further ideas, So like I said, for the poo one, we would probably get rid of the white background and it would just be a very simple green dot and people would be very confused. But like I said, I kind of like the confusing one better. Yeah. So that's where we stand on that. I was super thankful that Shock was able to get those taken care of for me. And they are formatted as such that I could throw them to Twitch right now to create emotes for it. But I want to fine tune it just a little bit. And then... And yeah, exactly, Darlene. All they have to do is ask Rick about getting threatened with the Prel. You got it. That's exactly it. So yeah, I was thinking though, that I would rather nail down the customized stuff with your guys' input before I sent them off. And yeah, actually, Yamamoto-san, I kind of like both of them, and I kind of want to use both of them, but at the same time, because I only have, I think, like 4 or 5 emotes that I'm allowed to create, I figure maybe we don't need 2 Prel emotes. On the other hand, I suppose for different levels, I guess maybe I could have 2 emotes if I have enough emotes for the different subscription levels, now that I think about it. All right, so yeah, see, lots to think about. But speaking of the Twitch emotes, last night when Love Pat got gifted a subscription to this particular channel, uh, she was like, but there's no emotes. And it's like, you know what? That's right. There are no emotes. And so I'm going to today, hopefully before Chatter with Statter happens on YouTube, I'm going to create a couple, just like throw together, because Twitch allows you, like, you don't have to come up with your own graphics for emotes. Twitch has a little tool that you can create your little emotes with stuff, with clip art they've got. And I wanted to get fancy and be all like individual and stuff. But you know what? I need to get some emotes up there, because what's the point of subscribing if you don't have some fancy pants emotes? Um, so I think what my plan of action is. And yeah, and Yamamoto, you're on the same page as I am. Yamamoto said, I can see the poo going across the screen. Exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking, is like all those green dots, like, you know, you're in trouble when the green dots come flying, like cleanse it, you know, or whatever, you know. I was thinking that the green dots would be a funnier thing. I don't know. But yeah, Darlene, see, you and I are on the same, page as well. Say, yeah, not have too many prels, at least maybe not at first. We can expand maybe to a secondary prel, emote, but yeah, so I'm definitely going to have a tier 1 emote, obviously, for Prowl. And then I need to create some other emotes that are for other things. I think I'm going to do, like, you know, I don't know, like a mahalo, or, you know, and then an aloha kind of thing, you know, a thank you, some sort of greeting. I guess, you know, it's like, what? You know, actually, I know that there's not too many of us here, and so obviously only so many ideas are going to get thrown around. But you know what are some emotes that you guys use here on Twitch that, like, oh yeah, I really like that? Because I find myself like, Photo Luke has the mahalo hibiscus. I use that emote all the time. All the time. All the time, all the time, all the time. And like Andy's little shaka or whatever, I use that one all the time. I mean, I'm already subscribed to Andy on YouTube, and I quit my subscription here on Twitch, and I kind of got bummed because I realized, shoot, after I quit the subscription, I don't have access to those emotes anymore. And so Poppy Shaney gifted me a subscription to Andy's Twitch page the other day, and I was really thankful to get those emotes back. And so, you know, I realized some emotes really are, it seems so silly that it's just like, why would I want to pay for a subscription just to get an emote? Well, I don't know, but once you start using the emote, then when you don't have it, you want it back. So I guess you're willing to pay, right? I don't know. So what I'm wondering is if you guys have any ideas, like, for, you know, like, oh yeah, we need an emote for hello, or we need an emote for go away, or we need an emote for fail, which we really do need an emote for fail, because Statterbox at the cinema needs plenty of those flying through the air, as we all know. If you've been there, you know, sometimes the cinema has some projectionist issues. And yesterday, I still don't exactly know what happened. I'm really thinking that the download from the DVD that I made, the audio just cut out at a certain point. I need to go check that out. So let's see here. I had a video that I wanted to play. Wait, this isn't the one I wanted to play. This is the one I wanted to play. And I'm going to add myself into this thing. Woo! Let's make me tinier. Let's make me tinier. And let's move me there. Okay, there we go. So, I figured I'd throw down this Holo Holo because I haven't watched it yet. Oh, Terry, yes, you did survive the young Frankenstein debacle, and that was a pretty big debacle. I mean, I turned my computer off. I turned it off. I mean, I didn't shut down. I didn't safely. I didn't mean to press the button. I was trying to open my disk drive, and suddenly I felt me pressing a button that went in way too far, and I knew what I had done, and yeah. So that was a debacle without a doubt. But we have had much worse. We have had, when I tried to play Boo a Medea Halloween, it was just you could hear the audio, but then it was just a slideshow. And I had to tell people what was going on. And then, let's see here, when we did Rollerball, it was stuttering and lagging. Like an hour and a half movie took 3 hours to watch. You don't even like the Young Frankenstein debacle was actually one of our smoother sailing journeys. And if that's not a horribly embarrassing thing to admit, I don't know what is. But seriously, yeah, last night was oddly yeah, it was oddly smooth, even though we totally wrecked. Like, we totally crash landed that boat. Just like you crash your buses, but we carry on merrily. Well, I crashed the cinema. I just shut down the projector. Yep, we're just gonna turn off all of the electricity to the theater today, and then we're gonna turn it right back on. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cindy, those are the kindest words that I could possibly hear, saying that I'm the queen of figuring out a fix to keep the show going. Honestly, I might be the queen of it, but it's only without the audience members to support the queen's actions, because I'll tell you what, um, there have been times where I've wanted to just say, nope, we're done here. I'm going to go grab a beer. You guys can do whatever the flying fork you want, but we are done. But it was your encouragement that's just like, no, no, we'll wait. You can fix it. We're good. We're good. Um, really it's a team effort here. I might be the one pushing the buttons, but you guys are the ones who are keeping me motivated to not throw in the towel. Because let me tell you, oh God, the other day, what was it? The Goonies. Oh, the Goonies stream. Yeah, that was a nightmare. That was a nightmare. And really, honestly, I think Bewitched is probably my new favorite movie just because it came in and saved the day. Yeah. Um, oh, Twitch in training emote. I would not be good at it. Uh, winner, chicken dinner. Twitch in training. Hold up, yo. We've got, yeah, yeah, that Twitch in training is like would be like a fail. So yeah, we'll figure out how to, I don't know how we're going to make that a picture, but Twitch in training, or we'll maybe just do it in graphics or whatever. But yeah. Okay. Yeah. I feel like I am living that emote, Yamamoto-san. So Twitch in training. Yeah. I like it. I like it. Yeah, Cindy, there you go. Darlene, it's like a forced intermission. Actually, well, now that's a really good way to look at it, Cindy, because I was thinking about pausing the movies. Okay, when I had delusions of grandeur, and I thought that the streaming of Statterbox at the cinema would be smooth, I did have this wonderful idea that I would pause the movie for an intermission because, people have to do potty breaks and things. But yeah, things have never been that smooth that I've really ever felt the never really been able to put that intermission in. So there we go. It's exactly it. It's a forced intermission. Oh, thank you, Yamamoto. Really, really, really appreciate the support that you guys are giving me, because so much of this is so much of this is very overwhelming, and it's sort of frustrating because I feel like just when I feel like I've got it, like a whole new tech, it's like, oh well, that's just the level 1 tech monster you've declared victory over. Now we've got a level 2 tech monster that you get to battle. And for instance, here, this is the first time I'm watching this Holo Holo. I was super stoked that I got this footage, but I see I have, and I know actually what this is now, I see I have a little hair from a piece of, well, I'll show you what it is. See, on the back of my cell phone, I have a Fancy Pants duct tape pocket that I have created for and it's very tight, so things won't fall out. And I keep my ID in it. See, got my ID. It's low. But anyway, it's a piece of duct tape, and I think oh, yep, there we go. This string, which you cannot see, well, except for in the video, you can see there. There's a little string of duct tape right here that you're seeing amplified right there on that video. So I need to, I guess I need to maybe trim my thing. And yeah, well, and that's the whole thing, Cindy. Exactly. I feel like honest I feel like I don't know if you guys can remember the Mike Myers, like Wayne and Garth Mike Myers from Saturday Night Live, that long ago, Mike Myers. From Saturday Night Live, he had a show or a skit called Coffee Talk. And there was times when his character would get so verklempt that he couldn't talk. So then she would say, because he's dressed up as a Long Island housewife or whatever, he would say, "Talk amongst yourselves." And I feel like I am channeling that lady, right? A lot of times, just talk amongst yourselves while I get myself regrouped. In fact, I might have to see if I can pull one of those videos off of YouTube so we can all laugh about how when it comes to Statterbox at the cinema, oftentimes you're left to talk amongst yourselves. So keeps me humble. Yeah, it keeps me something. Terry, I'm gonna make note. If I can get if I can get a little video of the burning film in the projector, that would be hysterical, and that is exactly what I feel like happened last night with oh, what movie did we watch last night? With Young Frankenstein, and the week before with Goonies. It was just like the film is slowly melting and being burned from the bulb in the projector. Hey, Carl in Arkansas, good to see you. This is not a real show. I was trying to learn how to put chat on the screen and it didn't work. So that will be something to continue to try and learn. So I guess we can call this our West Oahu aggregate test sessions. I'm in my Queen's pageant shirt, and because I am the queen of the West Oahu aggregate dumpster festival, and sitting here cozy on Sunday afternoon, I'm trying to learn fancy stuff so my show can be fancy, but instead I'm still learning and stuff. Yeah. So, in case you're wondering what we're looking at, this is West Seattle, and we're going up Delridge Way. I used to live on this very street, and this is a continuation of a bunch of the footage that I got last Tuesday. And if you were, let's see here, if you were with us at Chatter with Statter on YouTube on Thursday, you would have seen the downtown portion of this particular drive. And that little hair is really frustrating me. So I guess this video is not very useful, but that's okay. The trees are still really pretty. And we're super stoked and super lucky that I was able to get this footage, because the day after I got this footage, the wind came in. And then the day after that, even more wind and rain came in. And now this whole weekend has just been windy and rainy, which means the trees are much more bare and not nearly as pretty. So kind of lucked out on that. And yeah, so this is basically what lovely West Seattle looks like. And yeah, Darlene, we do have some pretty trees, but I found this picture, or this group of pictures, on the internet, which I then promptly lost. It was on my Facebook feed. Now I can't find it. These pictures are pretty, but boy, the pictures of the Highway 410, which is up in the mountains, up by Mount Rainier. Oh God. Oh my goodness. The fall colors up there in the mountains, where it's actually nothing but trees, is stunning, or was earlier this week. Who knows now that the storms have started to hit what it is. But It's so stunning, and if I can track those pictures down, I did not take those pictures, but if I can track those pictures down, I'm going to show them this afternoon because everybody should see just how flippin' beautiful the fall colors are in the mountains of the Pacific Northwest. Uh, I, they're, I, I was gobsmacked when I saw a couple of these photos, and now, woo, we're just going to the post office is what we're doing. See right there up on the right, that's the post office, and I'm just about to pull into the post office. And there's the post office, and I think I had to go inside and mail something to Canada, if I remember correctly. But if you're looking for a career, apparently they're hiring at the post office. Oops, so, boom, there we go. Yeah, Darlene, you know what I mean. It was how it was up north, too, the forest all around us by your cabin. Yeah, exactly, yeah, exactly. With the drops that you gave to the stream, I think that those trees would have been amazing to see in person, and this time of year they would have been at their fullest beauty probably. Hopefully Rick is keeping himself warm up there in the cabin. I'm assuming he'll be back either later today or tomorrow. But yeah, and who knows, maybe Rick was able to get a couple pictures of the scenery of the treeseries up there in Wisconsin-rees. And yeah, so let's see. I didn't really have a whole lot to do today on this Twitch stream except for trying to do that chat box thing. And if somebody knows how to do chat box or get the chat on the screen while using Streamlabs, hit me up and let me know. But if you don't know, that's okay. Neither do I, so no judgment. And now you guys know the homework that I've got for myself for later on this week. So that's what I'll be learning. Okay, Darlene, you think he said that he'd be back Monday? All right, cool. Well, then I hope to see him on Thursday. But what I think I'm going to do before we head out is I believe I'm going to play one last Lono video, and then I'll come back on and we'll say our goodbyes and head on out. But until then, how about we listen to Lono for just one more time?
Should see the smiles on their happy faces when they tell me to turn down in these places, but I know what they want. Play the kind of music, then they tell me turn it up. I believe in love, yes I believe it. I believe in love, I believe in you. Yes I believe. Someone who could make you do all sorts of funny things. She goes out to buy brand new cars and diamond rings, but I know what she wants. Play her kind of music, then she tells me turn it up. I believe in love, yes I believe it. I believe in love.
Of course, we had to have a muting situation. All right, so we are going to be heading out, but one more time for Carl, in case he didn't see it, we're talking about Prel emotes. We're going to be talking about these later on this afternoon. But we've got two options. We've got the flower option, and then we've got the green dot, which looks like a green poo, green pile of poo. So we've got the green Prel dot, and then we've got the Pret. So those are the two that we're working with. And so if you are able to come up to Chatter with Statter on YouTube this afternoon, we're going to have a whole discussion about that. But I think I'm going to wrap this up. It's been about 40 minutes, and I definitely had nothing in mind other than trying to figure out how to do something, and I figured out that I don't know how to do it. So there we go. Yeah. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in on this little surprise thing. And yeah, there we have it. I hope to see you today, 4:30 p.m. West Coast time, 7:30 East Coast time, and 1:30 on the island time on Chatter with Statter over on YouTube, not here on Twitch, over on YouTube. And yeah, we'll talk more about all the emotes and plenty other things. We're talking about orcas having an orgy in Norway. We're talking about humpback whales and all the babies they're having. We're going to talk about all sorts of wildlife, and who knows what else we're going to talk about, because that's how the chatter scatters. All right. Hope to see you then. And thank you so much for coming in today earlier for the Twitch talk. All right. See you soon. Thanks.